Hi guys, today I'm going to show you a really simple recipe. It's my best banana bread. You can even make this with your kids because it only uses a fork and a spatula, so super easy. All you're going to need is some plain all-purpose flour, some light muscovado sugar, some eggs, some butter that's been melted and cooled, some baking powder, some salt, and then some sour cream, and then some bananas that are really ripe. So first things first, we're just going to add some baking powder to our flour. And a little bit of salt, just using some fine sea salt. Then we're just going to mix that together. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our ripe banana. If you want to learn how to get perfectly ripe bananas every time for your banana bread, just click on my last video and there's a really helpful tip. All we can do is add our banana to a bowl and then just use a fork just to mash it. Now this doesn't have to be a smooth puree, you can have chunks in there. It'll give it a nice texture when it bakes. So to that we're going to add our light brown sugar and then our butter. And then our sour cream. So to take this banana bread even further, I'm turning it into a coffee and cocoa nib banana bread. So what I've done is I've taken some ground coffee, added a little bit of water to make a thick paste, and then I'm also going to use these, which are cocoa nibs, and these are the most delicious thing. They're kind of like the seed of the cocoa pod, so there's no sugar in these. They're just these little crunchy pearls full of like fruity chocolate flavour, and they're absolutely delicious. If you want to make a normal banana bread, just leave these next two ingredients out and that's absolutely fine. So again, add our paste to this too. And then all we're going to do with our fork is just mix that together until it's nice and smooth and everything's distributed nice and evenly. And then all we're going to do is add our eggs to the mixture. So once everything's mixed together, all we're then going to do is I'm just going to add a small handful of cocoa nibs to our flour mixture, and then just add that to our wet goods, and we're just going to fold that gently together. So just use a spatula and just stir it through just until you can't see any clumps of flour anymore. But again, don't over mix this because the more you mix it, the tougher the banana bread will be. So just a really gentle fold just until it's done. So when we've mixed it just enough, we're going to take a loaf tin that we've greased and then lined with a strip of paper. And that just means when the cake is baked, we can just lift it out much easier. So just scrape our batter straight into the pan. So if you wanted, you could bake that off straight away right now. You'd have the perfect banana bread. But what I'm going to do, just for decoration, is we're going to add another banana on top. This is kind of the right level for eating. It's not super dark because we want to hold its shape. So just very carefully take off the skin. And then what we're going to do is cut it through the middle into two pieces. Take a knife and just gently saw through the middle. Then we have two really nice halves of the banana. What we're going to do is just place them on top of the cake like that. And then we're just going to take a few more cocoa nibs and just sprinkle them over the batter. So this is going to go in the oven that's been preheated to 180 degrees, which is about 350 on Fahrenheit, or about 160 if you're using a fan oven. And that's going to bake for about 50 to 55 minutes until you insert a skewer and it comes out clean, but just a little bit moist. It's just delicious. It's kind of sticky and caramelized from the light brown sugar. And then the banana on top is just squidgy and delicious. And with my version, you've got that kind of coffee undercurrent, which I absolutely love. And then when you bite into the cocoa nibs, it's like this little hint of chocolate. It's just delicious. Little tip, if you want to keep it for a long time, slice it up and pop it in the freezer. And then the best way to eat it is lightly toasted with some salted butter. Just insanely delicious. For more recipes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if there's anything else you want to see in an upcoming video, just leave a comment down below.